welcome back to Rangers Radio. John myself, Hawks, you're on the show is GB. I make GB, but first of all, congratulations to Andy for Leeds, who does it again with a 4-1 prediction. There you go, GB, yeah? Gets his bet up.
I'll wait to find out what his bets are going to be in the next couple of games, mate. It could be important for us. Could be drinking money. Could be drinking money.
It's always drinking money with him, mate.
True.
Anyway, a successful training session with a wee bit of controversy with a couple of lost tackles for Ross County. I thought there was some good, some bad, and some excellent and some poor, you know?
Yeah, mate, and probably seen a couple of two sides to a couple of players tonight, Fashion and probably Scott Wright for me. You'd seen two sides to their game tonight, Fashion with his goal and then some of his shots. The shot right after his goal was absolutely shocking. And then Scott Wright again, plenty of chances, gets his goal, and then he loses the ball for their goal. So again, a good training session, Ox, and like I says, ticked a couple of boxes a night.
Aye, obviously a lot of talk will be about Alex Lowry. I thought he done excellent at times.
Yep.
Excellent at times, but then he disappeared a lot out the game, yeah. The boy is going to be a player. I think everybody can see that. I think just give him time, just let him develop, and when we get back for next season, he's a wee bit stronger, a wee bit more cuter, a wee bit faster. He'll get better, yeah.
Yeah, and a wee bit more understanding of the squad as well, and the team and how they play and all that. Ox, that says the boy has definitely got talent, but I think sometimes the decision making is just not there yet. His game, but at the end of the day, I think overall he could have breezed that game. To be honest,
he's got a nice vision of passes. He likes to play forward first time, which really takes defenders on, and it's just about getting his ankles, his pace, and just improving. And I think the boy's got it. But anyway, it's not just about him, but I think he will be the main talking point. Yeah.
I think, like you said the other day, Ox, you can look at a player like the young ones that are coming through, and I think you touched on it with King. When you look at King, you can see that he's got a total understanding of how the team work, how they play, and doesn't look out of place. Lowry in the team, he looks great. He plays brilliant passes, like you says. Does a lot of things off the cuff as well, which is good for the team, I think. But then there's just bits of the game that he's tidied up, and hopefully that, like you says, that'll come in the summer. But that's the difference. King looks as though he could play in that team the more week in, week out. Whereas
to be fair, what King does and what Alex is trying to do, what Alex is trying to do, make things happen, is harder than to stop or maybe play passes when you've got time. But that's not a criticism of Leon King, who I really like. But look, he's trying to do things that make you goals and make things happen. I mean, it was his wall pass that made the second goal for Tavernier with a penalty.
Aye.
You know, so credit where credit's due, you know.
Yeah, that was for me myself. It was a criticism on him. It was just like, I think, like you says, if you're saying a player was got to be probably week in, week out now, you'd probably say King would be the one, just purely because of his performances. Whereas I think like Alex has got more competition to deal with now, whereas King could probably get in their squad just because of lack of competition.
Aye, well, we'll see how it goes. But listen, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get the phone lines open and we'll see what people think, yeah?
Yep, let's see if they thought it was a training session.
Yep, all right, okay. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Aye, it was, I thought the first half with some neat stuff. I think the learning curve for us is we've got to try and get that third goal. We took the foot off the gas maybe 5-10 minutes into the second half. It didn't become a great watch, GB.
We rang the changes as well, Ox, and again, when you're taking somebody else's place, you've got to kind of keep that quality and keep that hunger up. and we just totally switched off for their goal. Scott Wright kind of goes in for the challenge, it comes off, and then, like I says, the boy. To be fair, they take the goal well, didn't they? It was a good strike.
Finish. It's a good finish with big Jordan White, who's a big blue nose, you know.
So the only plus out of that is, though, it gave Alan McGregor a big stretch today, and it made the defence a wee bit angry, which was good. I mean, I think because of the way the game was, Ox, I think half of the team was falling asleep just because we were in that much control of the game. So, if you're coming into a team, like I say, you just need to keep the performance up. But again, it's probably hard to do that considering we're in that much control, and there was nothing. Again, like I think you've touched on it, Ox. That split is terrible. It gives nothing for the teams to play for.
Well, it was invented to try and make them more competitive, and I don't think it works. You know, I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that a team can end up with a lot more points than a team who's maybe 4 places below them in the league. You don't know how the fixtures are going to end up. You just got to play everybody to make it a league. Personally, I think it's a stupid idea. There you go.
Totally agree, Ox. Like you could see it tonight. Like see if Ross County thought that we were challenging for the title win the night, you would have seen a harder performance after them the night. Whereas I felt that both teams were probably sitting in second gear, to be honest. Us maybe more also challenging for the win, but I thought Ross County offered zero the night, and yet considering the games that they've gave us this season, it's a bit of a shadow of the team that was out there the night, to be fair.
Aye, we had them chasing shadows. We moved the ball well in the first half. The defenders moved the ball well. We've done a lot of good stuff. Everybody, there was a lot of movement in the whole team, you know. Maybe Kent never get the ball as often as we like, but everything looked good, you know, and we've got to, we get 2-0 up in 29 minutes, we've got to try and capitalise that, mate. That's a learning curve for me, for the group of players in the team going forward, to make it 3-0 and really make it hard for other teams, you know.
Aye, and invite them to come forward more, and that way we can counteract them, I mean, and get more goals. And possibly even make more substitutions, Ox. I mean, like I says, Gio's probably choking to make these subs even earlier, especially if we did get the third goal. But the third goal did come, and it was a cracking goal with Fashion. That boy has got some amount of tools to his game, and if he can just put it all together one day, he's got to be a cracking player for us, I tell you. His goals per minute are not bad for Fashion. They're not, and he's got a variant goals. If you know what I mean, he scores headers, he scores left foot, right foot. Like he scores goals for grabbing at the ball from outside the box and running and burying it. I mean, he's got a lot to his game. But then, like I said to you at the start of the show, then he comes in with that wild shot and just totally well off target and stuff like that. He does crazy stuff like that. And again, that's just hopefully development. And if he's working with our coach,
yeah, it's just adrenaline, mate. When you've scored a goal, you think you can do anything, and he try to do a world day, and he ended up like that. But yeah, what you've got to give him, it doesn't matter. He's still laughing, isn't he?
Aye, that's it. He shrugs it off and goes again, full pelt. And it was a brave header. His goal was brave. I mean, especially with that Ross County goal. I mean, you'd be fearing for your head when you're diving in like that, but he put it away well. And like I say, that made us totally comfortable after that, Ox. And it gave the boy Ahmad a wee bit of freedom as well to try and keep pressing. I felt he had a good impact into the game as well.
He done well. He done okay. He showed skills and showed a desire, you know.
Aye, that's it. That was the word I was looking for. The desire. He was eager to score tonight, and I'm glad that he got his reward as well. But eagerness came for our very own Bassey.
Oh mate, what? He went and stole the ball after the boy. The boy stood in the ball. Bassey takes it off him and then makes a goal for the boy. You know.
That's going to be the kind of talking point, because there's Bassey out in that left again, isn't it? I mean, and Balogun goes into defence that second half, and Is it going to be better that setup, or is it going to be better that Barisic is there for next Wednesday? It's a hard one, isn't it? Because the way the big man just charges up that left and sometimes steals the ball like he done the night.
If there's a more improved player in world football at the top level than Calvin Bassey, I'd like to know who it is. There you go.
Aye. Be hard to find. His development in that centre back role has been immense as well. But that's just what I'm saying. Like, he get put at the left there, and he again just looked an absolute monster out there. Whereas Barisic, I felt as well. I know he took a knock tonight and stuff, but again, didn't really offer too much tonight.
Oh, he was neat and tidy, that was all. We've been joined by Below Horizon. Evening, BH.
Hi, how you doing, guys? I certainly enjoyed watching that, apart from kind of middle way through the second half.
That'd be fair. After about 55 minutes, we went a wee bit awry, didn't we?
Yeah, we took our foot off the pedal, I think. We thought we'd done enough. So it was a good sucker punch when they went and scored, but I'd like to disagree with your fellow guy that's there, GP, isn't it?
Aye, on you go.
Aye, I disagree with the training exercise. I thought right up till midway through that, up to 55 minutes, like you went and said, I thought we were right at it as if it was a cup final. We were fighting for everything. And with any luck, we'd have scored 4 or 5 goals. We were very unlucky not to at that point in the game. Up to that point in the game, I know we got the fourth eventually, but that mob, they were a dirty team, weren't they? I thought our ref was out of order.
I thought it was a red card by their captain, mate. I thought that was a red card all day long, but I'm sure other people would get their thoughts on it. I thought it was a shocking tackle.
The one in Kent, Oxford, right?
I'm trying to remember who it was.
It was on Fashion.
Aye, Fashion by their captain. Mate.
All right, well, I say true then that. Oh no, I'm saying Kent. I don't mean Kent. The wee guy scored the first goal, right?
Right.
I thought the one him was a straight red card. I thought he could have broke his ankle and he broke his leg.
What you seen there, BH, is everything that's wrong with Scottish football, mate.
Yeah, them sitting in, no making a game of it. That's scandalous, really, isn't it?
Everything that's wrong, yeah.
Aye, yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah. The wee guy, Sakala, I thought, see when he went and put his head right, and I thought, oh, you're brave, he did. And the ball went in the net, and I jumped up, and I was like, oh, yeah, dancer. And like your fellow guy there went and said, GB, the next time you went and see them doing was putting the ball in, you're thinking, oh, God, me man, you know how it is. Oh, brilliant. But I thoroughly enjoyed the game. I honestly didn't see it as a training exercise at all. I thought it was great. But also, maybe, but maybe that was due to the substitutions. I don't know. But my son was watching it up the stairs, and I was watching it down here. They both said the same thing when we met, and it was like, Balian's run. It was, wow. That was amazing to watch. That was taking me back to Beguera. I thought, pardon me, that's just amazing, man.
Balian done that when he first appeared, remember? I remember they shocked us at Pretodd. Remember, we didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
He got in his locker. But obviously they'll all be looking to show and stretch your legs and get their fitness up. GB, you want to come back with your thoughts? GB, on you go.
What I mean with the training exercise, mate, I'm just meaning that it was that easy for Rangers tonight. What I mean is that it looked like a training game for them. They didn't have anything to worry about with Ross County, because I didn't think Ross County offered zero. I mean, they got their goal tonight, and but that was just purely down to us switching off, and again thinking it was technically a training game. But no, that says the attitude and everything in the first half was all there. That says plus points, Lowry, Lundstrom and all that all got stuck in. And right to get his goal and stuff like that, mate. So
that's what you're the wrong way. Yeah, I took it. You're more like, Rangers taking it easy. Was all. Sorry, I got that wrong.
No,
I misread this.
I know. Maybe I'll wait to make it a bit more clearer, buddy. But no,
Bob Gia. Evening, Bob Gia.
Evening, everybody. How you doing?
How you doing, Bob Gia?
I'm doing all right, mate. Don't been too well lately, but I'm on the mend. Don't worry about that. I was a bit of training exercise tonight. I don't know how the hell they started. They finished the game with 11 men. I thought two of the challenges were absolutely shocking. They were awfully grand, the both of them. It could have been end of season for Scott Wright, one of them. But hey, that's the way it goes. We've lost the league championship tonight. Fair enough, we all know the position we're in, but I'm no downhearted. Look what we've got to look forward to here. Unbelievable. A European final and a Scottish Cup final on the same week. Let's get the sleeves rolled up, Rangers, get everybody fit and get into it. And we can do the double. We can do this double next week and make it a great week for the club. Make it a great week and just come out fighting next season and get this league title back again.
They look at a team that's got a bit of something about them at the moment, so hopefully we're on for a special.
I think they have. I think they have. They're playing well. They're looking good, and I don't want to predict what team is going to put out next Wednesday. I suppose it'll be a scratch team on Saturday. I certainly hope it is. I was a wee bit surprised with the lineup we put out tonight, but they got to keep playing, got to keep people fit, got to keep them turning out. So let's hope that we go in with a full strength team. Well, we'll go in with a full strength team next Wednesday, but as strong as we can be. And we can do this. We can do it. Keep believing and we can do it.
Yeah. GB.
Oh, 100%, Bob Gia. That says the team's got a wee bit of swagger about them. I noticed that in the first half of the night. That says we're just walking about as if we owned the place a wee bit. Like Ross County couldn't even live with us. And it's a good place to be. It's good to see the confidence oozing out the team. And like I says, there's people know, you can tell, pushing to be a party.
But the person you've called isn't available at the moment. Why not leave him?
There's people pushing now to be a party next Wednesday. Whether they get a start is another thing, but there you go. That boy Ahmad on the night again gets another goal. Fashion gets his goal tonight, pushing with his attacking play and stuff like that. Balogun slots into the defence tonight. Danilo out of place, pushes Bassey out to the left. Bassey looked amazing out in the left as well. We had Barisic starting at left back tonight as well. So we've got a full squad there that are going to be eager for places. And like I says, I hope they just keep pushing each other to next week and we just get through without any scathed injuries or anything like that.
Bob G, obviously, I'm glad you're feeling better, mate. So we've not spoke to you.
Yeah, I'll be fine, mate.
We've not spoke to you since last Thursday.
What
were your emotions last Thursday?
Last Thursday was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. 50 years last Thursday, I stood on the slopes at the old Stairway of 13 and watched us defeat Bayern Munich. A masterclass performance for Willie Johnson that night. The whole team, of course. And it's hard to believe it was 50 years ago. And I watched us go into the Cup Winners' Cup final and win it in Barcelona. I'm not wanting to miss out Manchester. Manchester was a bit of I'm not going to use a phrase like damp squib, but it was a bit of a downer. It's always a downer when you lose a final. But here we are. I don't think a lot of people in this country can grab the magnitude of what Rangers have actually done. You know, it's incredible what they've done. It's terrific. And I hope they can just carry it on next Wednesday, win the trophy. And I can die a happy man. There you go. There's a big statement. Not that I'm going to go yet, Ox, but I hope Rangers can certainly do it like we all do.
You've got a while to go.
But while I watch Rangers winning many more trophies yet, boys.
Yeah.
Sorry, but the person you've called is...
It's a big feat, Bob G. We've put out some big teams, and I don't think we've yet had the credit in Marine. Had it everywhere else, but no Marine country, yeah?
Yeah, you'll never get the credit in your own country. I've got to go to Fife for a Monday night for some reason. It's a wee bit of a drive, and I put the radio on in the motor. And I was listening to all these people, and you're no getting the credit for it. No danger. All this nonsense about, they've only won one trophy in their history and all that. It shows you what it's thinking. This is eating at them, all right. See, I don't care what eats at them. I care what we do. We should have been gone for a league championship tonight, but hey, oh, we aren't. Well, we'll get that back again. It's no perturbing as the way I thought it would. We've got a lot to look for. It's one of the biggest week in the club's history next week. And they can do the two of them. I'm convinced of that.
We'll be joined by Ronnie. Evening, Ronnie.
How you doing, guys? I've got to.
Hi, Ronnie.
Hi, guys. I've got to totally agree with the big guy there. See the respect that our club has been given over this. It's absolutely disgraceful. You know, it's not been mentioned in the Scottish Parliament. It's not been mentioned in Westminster. Nowhere. Nothing at all. No, even any of our local politicians, nothing. It's absolutely disgraceful. To think that our club is where we are after 2 years. We spent £11 million 2 years ago. And yet we're in the Europa League final. You know? And I totally agree with Kenny Miller. What Kenny Miller said, I totally go along with that. You know, the teams that we're put out, you're talking about a total of 800 million. No, between them has been spent over the teams that we've actually eliminated. You know, when you marry that up against what we've done, what we've got for what we've spent. You know, in this day and age, it's Kenny Miller says, they won the European Cup with playing 5 games. We've had to play 18.
Mm-hmm.
18 with a squad cost. With a squad that's cost 16, sorry, but a squad that's cost 11 million. 2 years, 3 years, 2 years. You know, that's the point Kenny was saying. You know, and he's get ridiculed for it, and I totally get his point. I totally get it. And I tried to go to Clyde to explain that, and they wouldn't let me on. You know,
I'm your main thoughts.
I totally get it.
We've been joined by Albert. Evening, Albert.
How you doing, mate?
Good, mate. Good.
How you doing, GB? How you doing, pal?
Good, Albert. Nice to hear from you, mate.
2 red cards in that game tonight, mate. Straight and simple. Right. Two red cards. It was ridiculous. You're looking at the idiots running about there, and you're going like that. It's a nothing game. If you're kidding on, they want to get to Europe or whatever they want to get. You're kidding yourself on. Rangers were far superior, and you look at it and go that after the 2 tackles, that's when the game changed. I think some of the Rangers players went, "Oh, hey, wait a minute here. I could boot the cup finals. I could get no chance of playing the cup finals if I start getting involved with these idiots." Because I don't know what the referee was thinking, but there were 2 straight reds, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely. One on right and one on Sakala.
Sorry to interrupt, boys, but see what it put me in mind of that game tonight when I was watching it. Like, don't get me wrong, I was enjoying it. I was enjoying how far superior Rangers were playing in the football they were playing and the one-touch stuff and all that. It put me in mind of us playing Juventus when they beat us 4-0 at Ibrox, mind.
I was there.
We don't like to talk about defeats, like, you know, but that's what it put me in mind of. You know, you're talking about we were playing a team that was on their game. You know, players that were on their game and playing for, they could play for fun. That's what we were like tonight. I took that out the night's game. I didn't take it that we were just a training game or whatever. I took that as we've got players that are hungry. They're on their game. They know they've got 2 big games coming up, and they've got to be on their tiptoes. You know, that's the way I took that tonight. For the first half hour, I thought we were outstanding. You know, the way we were messed about. I don't think it was down to what Ross County couldn't have done a thing. Because we had just stepped up a gear. That was us playing in second gear, you know. That's the way I took it. That we're just on our own. See, if the season was starting anew, we'd be 50 points clear, you know. I know I'm exaggerating, guys.
Cheers, Ronnie. Right, Albert, I agree with you. I thought the referee missed the 2 tackles. The first one, but the one with the captain, mate. He's yards for that, mate. He sees it all day long. It's a red card.
Oh, it's a red card, mate. Definitely. I mean, he could have broke his ankle on that one. And no attempt to go for the ball. And no even trying to hide the tackle. Just a straight-out lunge. Absolute straight-out lunge. and you're sitting saying, that's not right. Come on, you. That's ridiculous. For a pro doing that on another pro, that's ridiculous. It shouldn't be allowed. It really shouldn't be allowed. But anyway, the job get done tonight. What I liked tonight, when it did get physical, the Rangers just upped it another gear and then banged in a couple of goals and finished them off, and that was the end to it. I liked that bit. We came back into the game. We didn't let them intimidate us in any way. Intimidating by the fact that you've got the cup finals to look forward to. That's what we're hoping. They were hoping that you were going to draw out the tackles and draw away from it. But they didn't. The Rangers just played it smart. The two boys, Lowry had a good game and we Ahmad, but the two of them need to learn something. The two of them, especially Ahmad, he needs a boot up the ring. He really does, a wee boy. He's playing like a wee boy. He acts like a wee boy. He's got all the skill in the world, but he's still playing and thinking like a wee boy. He needs to be thinking like a professional football player, and he's not doing that. Lowry needs to grow up a wee bit as well. He plays some lovely passes. The boy's got great vision. You can see it. The boy's a player, but he'll not be a player if he doesn't learn this next bit. The next bit is, as I said, get away from Ginger and Chris, get on to pints and halves, because he needs to grow up. He really does need to grow up quick. And he'll have some career if he does, by the way, because he's got the talent. And two of them have. The two of them get talent. But I didn't like the way they were. Ahmad, he went through a couple of times and it was all right. Well, it didn't come up. No, it's not well about it, son. If that's a big game, we want you to finish the chances. We want you to make the right decision, same as Lowry. So, but they get good experience tonight, and I hope they learn tonight. And I hope Van Bronckhorst gets a hold of the two of them and saying, look, you've played well tonight, but there's a big but here. You need to improve drastically, grow up quickly, and you'll have some careers. The two of them will have great careers. Ahmad's made it anyway, isn't he? He's a multi-millionaire. They knew that wee boy. He doesn't need to worry. But wee Lowry, he's going to be some player, that boy. He really is, by the way. As long as they can take the criticism, as long as they can take a bit of advice for the old pros and take it on board and do something with it. But I enjoyed most of the game. I did enjoy most of the game. The first half, fantastic movement and fantastic. I'll tell you one thing, if that Eintracht Frankfurt were looking at that tonight and were trying to figure out Rangers' system, they better tell us, because we didn't know what it was either. You're going, who's playing where? Everybody was everywhere.
Aribo was back at left back getting the ball, and Kamara was up at centre forward, and Tavernier was at fourth forward, just saying, but how is this set up? It was a decent watch for the first 55 minutes. Then we lost for a while, a wee bit of the changes, you know.
I think the boot getting had done that, mate. Merlin changes. I think this, when they started putting the boot in, I think we went, whoa, hold on, just wait a minute here now. We're not ready for this. We've got bigger fish to fry here. You could get involved in it, no? I mean, you could have lost your rag and get involved in it. But I'm glad they all just sobered up. And just went, take a step back, beat them at football. Just beat them at football. This is just a football lesson we need to give them. And that's basically what we gave them. We gave them a football lesson.
What I've noticed, I don't know if you picked up on this, Giovanni, they must be pretty strict. One, they don't seem to get round the ref much, your players at all, even less so than they did with Gerrard, mate. I don't know if you've noticed that.
I didn't really notice it, but I don't think we ever done it. I mean, I don't think we do it enough compared to other teams. I don't like it myself, to be honest with you, mate. But other teams are doing it and influence referees. Well, you only need to look at the Aberdeen game with that Brun and that Clancy. Well, Clancy's halfway there anyway. He's a season ticket holder up at that Chamber of Secrets, you know what I mean? So you go yourself. Do you want to do it? It's a modern game, isn't it?
This season, isn't he?
Oh, definitely. Player of the year, mate. But the other teams do it. It's a modern way of it. I don't like it myself. But the odd teams do it, and it can have the right effect for your team. Don't get me wrong, it does work, because teams wouldn't bother doing it if it didn't work. But I don't like it. I don't think it's right.
And who did you give man of the match on the night's performance? Who did you pull towards?
I'll get you Lowry. And I'll closely followed by Big Bassey. I thought the two of them. Tav and Golson just strolled it. They just strolled it. I was actually surprised that Big Golson go to sell that far forward. I'm going, why are you putting yourself up there? Why are you putting yourself in danger of getting injuries up there? You're never up there. What are you doing up there now? All of a sudden, he wanted to turn it into one of these big end of season festival games, and watch me, going, you've got more bigger fish. You need to concentrate on what you're doing, get back where you should be, and read the game properly. I don't know what he was thinking. Have you ever seen him that far forward?
No, mate, no, but just one of the nights for it. I think the team talk will be, and I'll take this to Bob's here after you, mate. I think the team talk was go and enjoy yourself.
Basically,
go for a bit.
That was it, basically, because we knew we were a million miles away from Ross County, and we proved it. It's a good job Rangers never stepped third, fourth gear. It could have been anything. End of the season, did rubber game. We knew where we were. It suited the road. We've won it easily, no problem. And I agree with you about the boy Diallo. He is needing to grow up a wee bit. All the talent's here, all the skill in the world. But he is needing to grow up, like you say. But you never know. If Gio gets him thinking, gives him the right mental proportions, we could have a player and a half on our hands here. I don't know what some of you think about that, but I think there is a player in that, Larry. Maybe give him a chance next season. I don't know.
Well, can you come, Bulber, and then GB?
Oh, I think you're right, Bob. I think the talent's there. There's no doubt about it. The talent's there. The boy could be something really brilliant. But again, he's only a boy, and we're all out to be a boy, and we're all out to take our time to grow up. You know what I mean? Because when you grow up, you can't go back away. You know what I mean? So
we'll get a boy's wages.
That's true. He's not getting a boy's wage. That's a good point. He isn't. He's getting top dollar here, and when you get top dollar, it's top performances everybody's looking for, and that starts with attitude, and that starts with maturity. But again, it'll come. Hopefully, it'll come. I think he needs a good boot up the ring. Personally, that's what I think he needs. Whether he's going to take that, I don't know. But that's the way the boy needs. He needs a wee bit of, listen, son, this is the way it's going to be. I always remember that Koppel saying that when he was an apprentice player. And he got into, I can't remember, Huddersfield or whatever he was playing with, and he took a shot and it flew out of the bar and he started laughing, and the big centre-half slapped him a boot in the tunnel at half-time. He went, this is my mortgage, son. I want that bonus money. I need that bonus money. This is no fun. This is my job. And that's basically what you're talking about, that wee boy Ahmad. He needs to learn. Games of football in the street are different from professional football. The way we played football at amateur level was nothing to do with professional football. We're playing it for enjoyment. They're playing it for money. It's serious for them, no, I mean, but he'll learn. He will learn.
GB.
Ahmad, like I says, the last few games he's shown what I think we're all hoping for when he first came in through the door. It's just that it's took him too long to get to the point where he is the now. On next season, I don't know. We'll see what happens on Saturday when he plays against Hearts and see a kind of tougher opposition and see what kind of game of geese is there. If he does get a start or a cameo again, but he's definitely got something, and it would be good to see him maybe that development continue. I think, but again, it'll be up to the boy and it'll be up to the clubs, isn't it? It depends how much we're having to pay out for another boy coming back in loan ways. We might want to use that money elsewhere in the close season.
All right, I think we'll be joined by Warren. Evening, Warren.
Evening, Ox, how we going?
Good, mate, yourself?
Okay, brand new, thanks. And good wishes to everybody on the panel, everybody listening tonight.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, Warren.
The floor's yours, Warren.
Well, a couple of points, Ox. I thought, now, I've been a big fan of the boy when he come in, expected great things, and I know people went off him after the game at Parkhead, but see the boy Ahmed, I think if we persevere with him, I think that boy, that can be a player. Now, the other side of the coin is, well, we get the chance to get him next season. Now, I don't know. The boy's got high value. I don't know how Manchester United feel about the thing, but I would definitely take that boy next season. Definitely take him.
All right. The second point?
The second point is regarding Seville. Now, I'll tell you a wee story. Today, it was the old school run, right? And it was two boys talking, and they were talking about all the price of tickets, and I heard one of the guys saying, oh, it was at Manchester, and the next thing. And what got me was, this is two strangers talking. They were picked up, they were Rangers supporters, right? Now, we're doing the school run, And one says to the other, he said, even talking about this, he says, the excitement, I can't contain it, or even just talking just now, the excitement is getting to me. And I thought, we've got a week to go, Ox, and it's really getting into the depths of your heart. Think so yourself?
Well, first and foremost, I find that's remarkable that they were talking like that in Lourdes school, you know what I mean?
I'd say, a couple of boys, they're going to pick up their kids, obviously, just come out the cars, we're standing there. And then
he's missed the joke, Albert. He's missed the joke, hasn't he?
Sorry, I did die.
He's missed the joke. Right, we'll take your first part first. But young Ahmed, if I said to you 2 weeks ago, would he be getting worth a place next season? He's had a couple of decent cameos. GP.
Yeah, well, so, again, boy's full of talent. He doesn't get to Manchester United for no reason. There's obviously something there. What I would say is that I think the boy's got a wee taste of the success during our European campaign. It looks as though he's actually quite happy at the club for the kind of videos that you see and stuff like that, and the way he's been playing. It looks as though he's a boy enjoying his football again. The way Man United are going to go probably in the summer with their new manager and stuff like that, I can't really see that boy featuring. So it might be a good chance for us to take him back. But again, it will depend on what Gio's want to do with the team.
Would you take him back?
Would I take him back? No, Hawks are winning. No,
okay,
that's fine. No, sure enough.
Bob's here.
That's a big question.
What name, Bob's here?
Hello.
Carry on.
I would say no. I don't think he's got the toughness or the hair. He's got the skill. He's got the ability.
All right.
Well, you need more than that here on a November night at Aberdeen on the Easter Road. And whether he's got that in him or no, I don't know.
Ronnie?
Well, I would balance it against another equation there, Ox. I would say if you had the choice, whether it be Ahmed or Ramsey, because the two of them is going to cancel each other out. And I think it's going to come down to who Gio wants. Is it going to be Ahmed or is it going to be Ramsey? And I think that will determine who we keep. But personally, I would go with Ramsey, but I would make it a pay per play sort of ratio rather than paying him, for sitting in the house.
All right. So you wouldn't keep Ahmed then, yeah?
No, I don't think he's going to cut it in Scottish League,
Albert?
Depends on price, mate. It's all down to price, isn't it? It's all what we getting out of it. Apart from the player, what we getting out of it. I mean, same with Ramsey, what we getting out of it. These clubs, both these clubs have spent big money on these two players, so they'll be wanting something back themselves. No, I mean, they're looking to, the worst case scenario, recoup most of their cash. So depends the price. I don't think that they two are anywhere near our wage bracket. And with Man U are going to do a rebuilding job, I think they're going to capitalise and cashing in as much cash as they possibly can to invest back into players. And I think Juventus they're looking to cut their costs. So I think if they get anywhere between 50 and 70% back of the money they've spent on Ramsey, they'd be delighted. I think even maybe 25% they'd be delighted. So I think it's a mute point, mate. I don't even think we'll
just a wee side note, guys.
Ronnie,
sorry to interrupt you there. How old is Ramsey?
Ronnie.
Sorry.
Look to your name and then you come in, yeah. It doesn't work when everybody just keeps talking, yeah. All right, carry on, Albert. I don't think we're going to even get the chance to sign these players. I think they're well out our wage bracket. We're well out what we can afford. I don't even know how much we're paying for the boy Ahmed at the moment. I mean, nobody tells you these figures. Everybody speculates what it is. Ramsey also. You don't know what you're actually paying. But we need to get something out of it, by the way. We need to get something out of it. If we win the Europa Cup, which I'm totally convinced we will, Ramsey then you say to yourself, and he played a part. That's a decent signing. That worked out well.
But that's a big if, you know what I mean? But next year, as it sits at the moment, I would say no.
Wow, that was a long no. Right, Ronnie,
sorry, mate.
That's all right. Ronnie?
No, I was just wondering, does anybody know how old Ramsey is?
31.
31.
So I reckon they would let him go on a free. You know, I reckon they would just be happy to get him out of his bill.
I don't know.
But what he's experienced, he's been saying a lot in the media and on social media the last week about how, you know, he's been like, he's in awe at what Ibrox is all about now. He's finally getting it. You know, and people know, well, we all know it gets under their skin, you know. So we don't know. We might, as long as it's a paper play deal, you know, I don't know, because I think he is a clever player. He's just needing to get games, you know. And I think he could do a turn for us, you know.
Well, it's it'll take a 90% drop in wages, you know. That's the problem you've got, you know.
Aye. I totally get that, like, you know, but we've got to say, well, he's already made it, you know, he's got a few quid in the bank, so does he want to play football, or does he want to, you know, keep counting the shekels, you know?
Well, I don't know, mate. We don't really know much about Aaron Ramsey, the man. He comes across as a decent fella, but you don't know what his motivation is. But we'll see. But that'll be, you know, about 2 weeks' time. We'll have the answers to all the questions, GB. Yeah.
Yep, well, it's exciting times. I mean, that's the thing. And if we win next week, as I'm sure we all think we will, it could open the door to the possibilities of an even better calibre player wanting to come to Rangers. I mean, maybe they shake hands with the likes of Ahmad and Ramsey and just say thanks very much and let them go. And it's the same with a lot of other kind of players that are out of contract and maybe players that are needing moved on in the squad. Like I says, the next couple of weeks has got to be really interesting for our club, and like I says, the preparation, depending what happens, will be starting early, because you're going to have to prepare for Champions League qualification and obviously like I say, your pre-season.
Hopefully not.
That's it. Automatic qualification. But even still, you're still going to have to prepare for that Champions League, aren't you? So you're going to need to get the players in.
Start to about September, mate.
But you want your players bedded in as well, though. If you're going to bring in new players, you want them in about it. Don't want to be, you know, that we've been doing in previous seasons, Ox, where we end up bringing guys in at last minute and stuff like that, and then it takes them a good month and a bit to try and bed into the team. Look at Lundstrom. I mean, if we could have got him in even earlier, then who knows what could have happened.
You don't know, mate. He could have come in earlier and no had this runner for him. Albeit you'll never be able to answer that, will you?
No, you never know. If we got Lundstrom in at under 16 level, he might have settled down quicker, but there you go. It's one of these things. We've got to remember next year, we're talking about bringing players in. You've still got a wage structure. You've still got you've made guaranteed revenues. Well, you have got guaranteed revenue streams, but they're not going to be enough for the calibre of player that we think we're going to get. The big, a third to a half, I would imagine, comes for Europe, and that's no guaranteed. So you only can budget for the guaranteed revenue streams you've got. The rest of it, like this year, what we're going to earn this year, if you don't do a European run like we did this year, you don't get that revenue. So we can't say we're going to bring in these type players at least the bigger wages, bigger transfers, and then no get the because you're stuck with them. And then you start getting into debt to keep them or to try and maintain with their contracts. We're never going into that game again. That game's done. We've got to do what we've done with Ghost and Tavernier and these players. Bring them from anywhere. See the talent, bring them from anywhere. Nurture them on and bring them into what they're doing now. Because they're case-hardened European players now. There's no doubt about it. This isn't any fluke us getting to this final. I've heard some people say we're lucky and it's fluky, and there's no fluke about this, guys. These players know what they're doing in Europe. These players know what they're doing. So don't listen to that nonsense. So that's what we need to do to go forward, and we're going to renew the team, which I don't think we're going to radically renew the team. I think we're maybe bringing in 2 or 3 decent quality players. You know what I mean?
You mentioned Coulson there, Albert. I see that he was going to run on his own tonight at the end of the match. Yeah,
was it?
I don't know if you picked up that. He saying leaving, so you can take that any way you want, yeah.
If he goes, he goes. I think if he goes, the big guy's making the biggest mistake in his life if he goes. I think he'll realise it as well. Look at Gascoigne. He never even go to Carlisle and started greeting, wanted to come back. So it's. I think he's making the biggest mistake. But that's choice, isn't it? You don't know what his circumstances are. It's his choice to do it.
All right, Warren, have you come, mate?
Well, we are speaking there. Who was it that said this Rangers team wanted something special? And that was about 10 weeks ago. 10 weeks ago.
No, he said it 18 months ago. 18 months ago.
Did he? Aye.
I
was kind of taking it serious about maybe 8-10 weeks ago. I mean, and he kept saying it, and you know what? I'm on board. Well, wee bit late now, but I'll tell you something. Kudos to him. You know, he called it. He did Ox, didn't he?
I don't like to say he said it, but he did.
He did. See that? All you need to look at is what they've achieved so far. Last season and this season. They set all sorts. They won the league last year and they set all sorts of records. Now, I told you at the time the records they were setting were incidental. They meant nothing to the end of the season. That's when you look back at the records and go, oh, they've got the shutout record, went undefeated. They all mean something now because you win the league. This year, we made a mess of the league. Circumstances outside our control and circumstances in our control. But they're now in your Europa Cup final. You don't get much more special than that unless you're in the Champions League final, you know what I mean? And if this team stuck together and we add to it, within our budget I'm talking about, there is no reason why the Champions League quarter-finals and semi-finals are out of question. I mean, this team can do this. It's just a question of trying to keep them together, try to add a wee bit of quality to them. I'm convinced. This team is something special. They really are. They're doing things. Oxford will tell you better than me. They're doing things that I've never seen teams doing.
I'll finish.
I've never seen a Rangers team doing what they're doing. I don't know, Oxford, you might back me up, you might not back me up, but they're doing things that's really special. It really is. You've got to admit it.
Can you come?
Fantastic. I mean, Albert, you started saying, you know, this team is something special now. I'm trying to think back. I think it was about 10 weeks, maybe 3 months ago. What made you think that? Was it after the Dortmund game or before it?
It's last year when they started putting the results together last year. That's when this year, they were always developing. And the European results they were getting for the last 3 years, it's unbelievable, the results. 3 or 4 years. It's unbelievable the results they're getting. They don't get any credit for this. They really don't get any credit for it. But up here, when all this team's away and in 5-10 years' time, and everybody looks back, and all that press have finally woken up today, that scum across the city, and all settles down. People look back in this time and say that was a golden age for Scottish football. That really was a special team that nobody gave recognition to, apart from the Rangers support. The Rangers support have always gave them recognition, but outside of that, they've got nothing. And it's ridiculous. It's absolutely scandalous.
They've lost 3 league games in 2 campaigns, mate. It's an amazing stat. Roger.
Hello.
They're a special group of players at times, aren't they, when they're on form, this group?
Of course you're a special group of players that's came through what we've came through. I watched a thing on YouTube today about every single game we played in Europe. And you say to yourself, God, was that as far back as that night in Armenia when Lundstrom was sent off? We went down to 10 men. Maybe we won the tie 1-0 against that Armenian club. And you've been playing European football since then. There may there's four ties and you're in a final or whatever. Now you've got to motor your way through the season. And we beat some, I didn't need to tell you lads, it's there in your faces. We've beat some high quality opposition to get there. And you're mentioning figures there about buying players, about Ramsey's wages and Adela's wages. And it's all down to the club's eye for a player. And whoever has brought in this group of players has done really well to get the club where it is. All right, as I said earlier on, we've lost the league. And it sits now nice. But God, we've got a European final to look forward to next year. It's an incredible achievement. And like the boys said, in political circles, we'll know had the credit for it. We've put the country on the map. in Europe, and that's no mean feat. And well done to Rangers. And aye, they are a special group of players. And let's hope they all give us a special feeling next Thursday morning, because I hope I've got a monster hangover, along with the rest of you.
GB.
I think it's the worry that you don't want them to go back the way at all, because we've worked so hard to get to where we are. We just want us to keep marching on now, because I mean, you think back, as much as we were highlighting last week about Rangers were lifting the third division title, and then we're now in a European final. You don't want the days ever again. You don't want the kind of level of player. You want to keep what we've got, and it's so precious. And this is how it's really important for us all to enjoy next week and what's coming, obviously, with the following season. It's just we've got to kind of sit back and appreciate it, because the money is there in the Scottish game. It's got to be really hard to keep competing in this European competition, considering the changes that they keep looking at, all these super leagues that are getting touted about. I mean, it's got to be harder and harder to entice players to Rangers. As much as we're a massive club, the goalposts keep getting moved, and like I say, the money seems to just keep going to the richer clubs all the time. So I think it's like I say, it's a fantastic place to be. The team's punched well above their weight, and like I say, let's just enjoy the moment now.
I think that's the point all Bear's been making for them. Enjoy this group of players, because they will leave for different reasons. You know, some will get sold, some will walk away after their contracts have done. Some might even get dropped. You don't know, all Bear, but you've got to enjoy them. They're a special group collectively. I think that's the strongest thing, mate. They're a good team.
That's it. It's the whole and some of the parts carry on. No, I mean they are, and most great teams are like that. No, I mean you've got all different players, or different calibre of players on your team, and they make a great team. And I know what GB is saying, that you want to go on forever, but it's the fact of the life that does they work that way. It just simply does. Look at that scum across the city. They thought they were going to dominate Scottish football for the next 50 years. They're lucky they can dominate for 5 months. No, I mean like 50 years. I mean, at the end of the day, everything evolves, and the team will evolve. Rangers will evolve. But the thing that we've got that's proved without any shadow of a doubt is the loyalty and the love affair and the crowd and the support I've got for this club. They just galvanised all us. What they've done for it to put us down to the divisions, it's just galvanised a lot of us. So this is what we're capable of. I mean, these young boys and young boys and lassies at Ibrox that create that atmosphere, it's unbelievable, mate. It's absolutely unbelievable. And we can go and achieve great things, which we're going to do on next Wednesday. We're going to create great things for this club. And one thing is for sure, we'll pass it on after generation. Their kids are all going to come up, and they're going to get told the stories, remember. When our time's not here, we're not going to be here forever. And all the doubters and all the people that attack us and the Rangers haters and all that, they'll die out, mate. They'll go. Rangers are immortal. They'll go on forever. We'll pass it on after to generation to generation. So let's enjoy it when we've got it. I really am enjoying it. Really, as usual. As your nerves going, mine is not going now, because I know I'm keeping it to the next week. I'm keeping it to the day of the game. Nervous energy can drain it away for you, so don't get nervous to now.
No, I'm not allowed to. But calm Mulberg, you know.
I'm going to sign out, pal. Nice to hear from you all.
All right, Bob G, you look after yourself, mate, yeah?
Take care, I'll see you in the near future. Thank you, bye-bye.
Right, Bob G.
Aye, it's going to be an exciting 10 days, isn't it?
Hawks, I reckon, see after the Hearts game at the weekend, as I was telling the wee story about just what I heard the boys talking about, you know, school run, boy getting pretty excited, and I'm like that myself. After the Hearts game at the weekend, it's eyes down, and we're all focused, and the bottle's gone. It's really, it's very, very exciting. I mean, see Manchester was a case of, do you know what? For most of us in our lifetime, well, crikey, I've seen Rangers in a European final, and I was down there. I was at the game, but this time I think we can win it. And this is the difference, Ox. This is where and the excitement of it, and we're playing Saturday, you get Sunday, Monday, and crikey, I don't know, I'll need to be on drunk, I'll need to be on something, because this is blowing the ship out of the water, and what an exciting time. And we've got the cup final on the Saturday. What a week it's going to be. And I'll tell you another thing, see for a Shettleston, you'll be getting a plane to Ukraine.
Yeah, well, it's up to them what they do. I'm not interested in them, but GB, it's going to be a great 10 days, isn't it? And hopefully we get the results that we want.
Oh, it's got to be brilliant. Ox. Like I says, Saturday will take care of itself, and then full focus can go and get into Seville. And you know what I'm looking forward to, Ox? I'm looking forward to all the stories of the travelling. It's got to be great seeing the photos of all the Bears in the airports, on buses, probably hiring a pure banged up motor to get to Seville, bars getting overtaken with Rangers fans in different parts of Spain and all that. It's just got to be great. All the stories that's coming after the weekend. It's just got to be immense. And then, like I says, I think the coverage will ramp up a bit. I think you'll start seeing more media coverage. How Rangers fans are feeling about it, how Rangers are feeling about it, and stuff like that. Maybe not so much for our country, but from the likes of, I think, likes of your Sky, BT, and all that. I think they'll all be all at it, and like I says, it'll blast us into the stratosphere with coverage and folk knowing who the Rangers really are. And again, there'll be certain people who will not be able to get away from his Ox, because we'll be probably on the telly 24/7.
Aye, we'll build up, man. We're looking forward to it. It's a big time for the club. All bearing it. This is a chance to immortality for the players, but obviously for the club, it's the revenue, it's important stream in it, and the glory as well, of course, for both the players.
Aye, all aspects, mate. All aspects. It's one of the times that we've waited all our life for, basically, and it's now here. In the next 10 days, it's now here, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And me personally, like everybody else, you can't wait. But one game at a time, get this one out of the way. Hearts out of the way. In fact, Hearts, I've got my team for Hearts near enough set out in my head, and then on to Seville. I've not got that team sorted out in my head, because you never know what's going to happen with Van Bronckhorst. So that game, and then the following Saturday, the Scottish Cup final. So don't forget the Scottish Cup final as well. That's important as well. We need to win that as well. So big 10 days, big, huge 10 days. Revenue stream, character making, team, immortal team. Oh, there's a lot. Everything's in here, by the way. We're all in, mate.
Right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to hear from some people's man of the match tonight, young Alex Lowry, just in what his take was in the game and what he thought of it. So if you don't mind, get yourself a mute and we'll hear from young Alex.
Alex, man of the match tonight, and a good number of minutes under your belt as well. How do you look back in that game?
Buzzing to get more minutes. Happy that the boss put faith in me to start me, so I can only thank him. And I thought the boys were good. We were really good at times. There's times where maybe we forced it a bit much, me included, and that's things we can work on for the next game.
With each match that you play and involved within the first team, do you feel yourself growing as a first team player?
Yeah, definitely. It's the more minutes I get under my belt, the more experience I'll get in playing in this league. So the more minutes I can get, the better.
One of the big words that always comes from the academy is humility. How important is that? That as fantastic as it is, you get these opportunities, that you remain grounded and keep working hard.
Yeah, of course. I've got good people behind me that always keep me level-headed. So there's no chance that I'll get carried away with this. This is just one step towards hopefully going where I want to go.
Maybe a bit disappointing not to get a goal tonight.
The amount of chances I had in the first half, and they just kept blocking it. But we'll try next game.
On to Hearts on Saturday. Obviously, remains to be seen what sort of team plays against Hearts on Saturday. But another opportunity perhaps for you to be involved.
Hopefully, that's up to the boss and his staff. So I'll just train well this week and see what happens.
There you go. Alberry touched on it some, and maybe the point you were trying to make, maybe that's what he was. He was trying to force it too much. He's got to just learn. There's time to hold and time to twist, yeah?
That's it, mate. You can hear me after I'm off mute.
Aye, you're up mute. Carry on.
I've got a new phone. I don't know what I'm doing. Aye, the boy talks sense there, and he knows the score now. You know what I mean? You can hear it. He knows the score, and that's good to hear. Keeps that up. Keeps that attitude up. Keeps his head down. Works hard. There's nothing to stop that boy making it all the way, mate. All the way. And we've signed him on a 3-year contract. I'm looking forward to seeing him now, because maybe not quite ready physically, but he's not that far away. You know what I mean? He can play in there, and he proved that tonight. Especially when they go and get rough as well. I'm saying to myself, is he going to go and hide? But he really didn't. He started looking for the ball even more. So that's a good sign as well. He's not hiding. Aye, I'm looking forward to seeing that boy. Quite exciting, isn't it? It's quite exciting to see a young boy like that.
Warren?
Well, Ox, just one of the things I was thinking about, can I pay tribute to some of the calls that's come on? I mean, I've been listening to Rangers Radio for a good few years now. We've had 2 great calls this week with the boy who said, I think he paid £500 for about 10 tickets for the final. And we had the Reverend Robert Warhol on last night or the night before? What a caller he is. Brilliant passion for Rangers. It's great. That's what I love about Rangers Radio. Is Albert. He's another one. We get a few boys on, and some of these guys are absolutely fantastic, and it's great. Free value, and honestly, I love it. I love it, Ox.
Cheers, mate. We appreciate that, mate. It means a lot. Albert, we'll send you a signed photograph. No, we'll just send you an autograph. We'll just send you an autograph.
Oh, it's good stuff, Ox. You know, you know yourself. You can speak to boys that say they're Rangers supporters, and you know after that, I've been supporting Rangers for the odd year or two. Us boys, it's maybe like calling in the night. We're talking 30, 40, and some of the other boys, 50 a year. And there's a boy for Ayrshire. I don't think he's been in for a wee while. They're talking about 50 years supporting Rangers, and to me, Rangers are in my heart, and I love to hear the banter for these guys. It's great.
Oh, fantastic. GB, did you enjoy young Lloyd there? Good that he admitted he was trying to force it at times. That's the patience of doing the right thing, decision making. Yeah.
Ox, it was a great interview. The boy, it just shows the boy's very level-headed. He understands that he's not the finished article yet, but he's willing to improve, willing to work hard, and you could hear the frustration in his voice that he didn't get the goal. And he's obviously desperate for minutes now. You can tell that he's signed this contract in his voice there. He's saying that hopefully he'll get his start against Hearts and stuff like that. And he says, I just need more minutes, so and I'll get me up to speed in this league. And to be fair to the boy, he's not had that much. And in times gone by, we would be able to probably put that boy through the full cup season. You know what I mean? Onwards and upwards for Lowry, and like I says, the future's bright for him, especially with that kind of attitude.
It's the attitude that'll get you a long way, Alberta.
That's it, mate. That's attitude's everything. Application, attitude. You've got to have that. You're going nowhere, actually. The talent, doesn't mean everybody tells you. All the top coaches tell them that as well. Your skill is not going to get you there right to the top. You've got to have the right attitude and apply yourself properly. So it sounds like the boy's got it, and I'm not criticising that boy that way. He sounds like he's got it, and he sounds like he knows where he's going as well, which is good. Nice interview. Nice and refreshing to hear a boy talking honest about himself and going like that. No, I'm not ready yet, but I will be. Basically, that's what he's saying. Don't just stick with me, and I'm looking forward to seeing him more times next year. I think he'll get a lot more game time anyway. Put it that way. I'm expecting him to be involved with about 20 games anyway. Sorry.
No, if you take his development, 3 or 4 months it's a lot in that short space of time. It's just like if you're doing your apprenticeship, isn't it? 3 or 4 months, you move on a lot. You know what I mean?
Look at Big Bassey. There's a walking proof here. You know what I mean?
I asked it earlier. Is there a more improved player in world football at the top level in the last year than Calvin Bassey?
don't know any. I only watch the Rangers anyway, but I don't know any. It's unbelievable. The boy didn't even win the player of the young player of the year. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Scandalous, Albert.
I think the guy who won it has played in Aberdeen team. It's third bottom of the league. Third bottom of the league.
It's madness. It's absolutely mad. I wonder, I know the hate is up here. That's a given, right? We all know that. But you've got to overcome your hatred and say, look, come on, you can't deny what's right in front of your face. You know what I mean? But it seems to be in Scotland, you do. And we're living in this bubble, this stupid bubble that it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, see, if we were an English team, we'd be getting praise for the rafter. These young boys be getting the accolades that they're due. But up here, no, not up here. Sorry about that. You're not getting it because you've got a blue jersey on. Silly people running the game, silly people in charge, silly people in the government. We've been run with a crowd of fools. It really is a crowd of fools.
Oh, yeah, you're a bit unfair to say that. They did find the document the day that they've been looking for about 18 months.
Oh, good. Where was that? Where was that? In the entry?
Mm-hmm. It was somebody's emails, yeah.
Well, it must have been Dundee's email, spam folder,
we must have had it, aye. Anyway, that's another story. But, GB, how you feeling, son?
Ox, man, ever since last week, well, in fact, my week's been a wee bit up and down in the sense that I thought the trip was never going to happen. I wasn't going to go to Seville, and the next minute I get a phone call saying, do you want to go? And I was able to book and go, and now I'm just itching. No harm, and I apologise for saying this.
As long as you don't come back itching.
I don't have a home to come back to if that happens. But I apologise for saying this tonight, but see the game tonight and the game on Saturday, I've honestly not got really any great interest in them. It's sad to say. It's just I just want us to get to this, get to Sunday, get the players there to Spain, get them training, get them in the environment, get them pumped up for the game, and just hear all us outside cheering them on. I just want them to do it so much because they deserve it. I think Albert touched on it. See the amount of games that we've played in Europe in this season and how hard we've had to fight to get here. I don't know any other team in the competition that deserves it more, to be honest, Ox, and especially with the development of some of our players, like say Bassey and stuff like that. I mean, that
the two best teams in the competition are in the final, mate.
Aye, even at that though, see Frankfurt and stuff like that. I mean, they're probably a team that you could probably say that might get another chance at it because of their league and they've got money probably invest in and stuff like that. Whereas I just feel that I think we deserve it more, and that's me not being biased. I think it's just that our full situation. I think, like I say, if our team does it, I think it's got to be one of the greatest stories in football.
The greatest story ever told. That sounds like the name of a film. Albert, doesn't it?
Aye, no bad centre forward, that big guy in that film. I remember him. It's I think, Matt, personally, next Wednesday, I've got a gut feeling we're just going to dismantle that mob. That's what I've got feeling. We're just going to dismantle them, mate.
Oh, well, I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right. Oh, dear. Right, gentlemen, we've reached that time of the evening. It was great to hear from Warren, Ronnie, of course, Bob Gia, and your good self. Albert, always a pleasure. And all our first-time callers who tried to call in this evening. I wonder why, GB, yeah?
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why. And thanks to your good self, GB. So the last word for Albert and the last word for yourself, GB.
I'll get a good night's sleep, guys. Get Saturday out of the way and on to Wednesday. That's all I can say. Because I'm still in preparation mode.
GB.
Another game knocked off, Ox. The countdown is ticking fast now. Players got off the park without any injuries tonight. So onwards to Saturday and hurry up my holidays.
Yeah, this has been Rangers Radio. Thanks for listening. Enjoy your evening, and we'll be back tomorrow night when, of course, the Bridge will be with us and he'll be joined by Linda. Thanks for listening. Stay safe, everybody. Take it away. Old school.